minutes. 2 minutes, Didi. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Lollipop.
I don't want you to show, okay?
Lollipop,
Live,
lollipop,
Lollipop. Hare Krishna Mataji, it's Deepak. We have a new student joining us. Her name is Prachi. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Wow, Prachi, Hare Krishna, we saw your video now.
Prachi is 6 years old, like me.
Oh, so good. You are both 6 years. Okay.
I don't
Live. Yes,
It's
ma'am.
echoing.
Live, ma'am. Okay. कहाँ पूरा इसमें नहीं बन रही
Just say sorry. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Just say sorry to the Tamil camp. Sorry, I accidentally sent it to you.
Yeah.
Just say sorry, I accidentally sent it to you.
Anjana Gopika Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, Hari Bol.
Make her horse.
Yes, Mataji. I'll make
Hare Krishna Mataji. Make my horse. Make my
Hare Krishna.
You have to, everybody have to bring the copy, yes?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Laxmi Mataji. It's Deepak. My friend Prachi is joining our class today.
That is awesome. Welcome, Prachi.
You can keep the whole thing in there.
Not whole thing, madam.
All right. All right, kids. So, Hare Krishna. Welcome to today's Damodar class, and let's get started with the class today. We have a lot of things to cover, and all right, and you know the drill. How we start. All right, kids. So we start our class with Shri Guru Pranam Mantra. It's on your screen. We're going to do that together, followed by Hare Krishna Mahamantra 11 times. We're going to do that together. All right. So Om Ajnanam Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya. Everybody.
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Namo Vishtam Stapitam Nena Bhutale
Swayam
Bhagavati Swadantikam Namo Vishnu Padaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी भाष्यतदेशचारी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Awesome, kids. You did well today. And thanks to all the kids who were who's been reciting the shlokas from the beginning. Good job.
Hare Krishna, Mati Sita.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare
Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Vranda. All right, kids, it's story time. Let's get started. And you know the drill, right? We're going to read this story, an interesting story again, and we're going to share our realizations with each other after we finish the story. So keep attention, pay attention, and let's just start the story. All right. So today's story is about a lazy man called Kamsingh. See, look at his name. His name is Kamsingh. Kam means somebody who can work, right? Or who's a workaholic, but he wasn't like that. He was lazy, right? So let's see what he does.
Sit here.
So once upon a time, there lived a man named as Kamsingh. Very straightforward, right? I don't have to explain anything here. Although he was capable. So do you see he's a young man? He can work, right? We all work. We all work to get what we want, right? We have to, like all of you, right? You have to study hard so that you get good scores in the exam. We all have to, in a devotion, right? We have to do what we need to do, like service or chanting and everything. We have to do everything, right? Everybody has to work hard. Nothing comes easy. So everybody works hard, but this guy who was so lazy, He was capable of working, but he would just not work. Yeah, of course, capable of working and earning his livelihood, but he would not work. He would beg instead. He would just beg and get what he wants. But people would pity him and give him money. Gradually, it became his habit. So just because people were giving him money, he's like, okay, why I should work hard when I'm getting money in an easy way? So gradually he became so lazy that his sole occupation was just to eat and sleep, not work. Get the money from people, just beg, get money, eat and sleep. That's all he would do, and he would not do any kind of work. He became so lazy that he wouldn't even clean his house. Do you see, like, um, look at his house, webs and all that stuff. So much dirt around, but he would not even clean. That's the basic thing. He wouldn't even do that. So gradually, a lot of people who knew him because he's been begging for a while now would just ignore him, and they stopped giving him any more money. Okay, there were still some people in the place he was living, or village or whatever. They would still give him, right? Because they don't know that that is this guy's habit. If you see somebody for the first time or second time, you would still give them money, right? If they're begging. But eventually, people who have known him, they would just stop giving him. Okay, so one day it was raining heavily. It was raining heavily, and Kamsingh just couldn't go out for begging. But he wanted to eat food, right? Everybody gets hungry. So he was hungry and he wanted food, but he cannot go out for begging. Ultimately, what happened, just because he couldn't go basically far from his house where people don't even know him and will give him money without even asking questions, he couldn't go that far because it was raining. So what he started doing is he started going to the close by places, his neighbor and neighborhood, and people knew him, so they did not give him money. In fact, they were shouting at him, they were humiliating him. So do you see, he's just going to different people, but everybody's basically humiliating him, shouting at him, what are you doing? But then finally he went to one of his friends, and his friend said, okay, why are you feeling ashamed of begging in front of me? I'm your friend. I'm your old friend, Sundar. So why don't you find some work for yourself? I mean, you don't have to beg if you start working. He's just trying to explain him that don't feel ashamed. I'm your friend. I can guide you. You should work the way everybody does. So he's just giving him very good advice. Okay, Kamsingh, anyways, we know how he is. He's so lazy. He just heard him and he just went away from there. But that night he was very, very restless. When he was trying to sleep, he wouldn't get sleep because he was very restless. And he was hungry all night because he didn't get food. Next day, he woke up as usual, and then he stepped out of his house. So when he stepped out of his house, because he was thinking whole night, he didn't have food, he was hungry, he was restless, so he was thinking, and with those kind of thoughts in his mind, when he went out next morning, he started observing, people and insects and, animals and birds around him, what they're doing. And he sees that the ants are carrying grain. So do you see those little ants are also working hard to get their food? And similarly, he could see that there was a bird who was feeding her child. So he is looking at everything around him, and he's thinking that everybody's working hard to make their ends meet, or at least to get, get some kind of food to quench their hunger. So everybody's working hard. Then he shifted his vision towards the village. So he went to the village and he's seeing, okay, here also people are working hard. He observed a lot of people there. Some people were farming. He saw a woman carrying a water pot again, right? Everybody's working. So with that extreme hunger gave him the realization that every living entity on this earth is engaged in some sort of work. And I'm the only shameless person who just doesn't do anything. With that kind of thought, now Kamsingh has changed. So he was determined that he would work now, and there must be a lot of work available for him. So somebody who really wants to work, right? You can find work easily if you want to work. For lazy people only, they don't see anything around. So he was no longer a lazy person, and by his name, he really became Kamsingh, the person who actually works. Do you see? He started working now. Everybody who knew him, the people in the village around him, they're looking at him and they're so happy that This person has finally changed and learned the lesson of life. With that, kids, we come to an end of today's story. And now forum is open for you all to share your realizations. You can actually raise your hands as well. And then I can ask you all to start talking. Give me 1 sec.
I have my.
All right. Okay, so let's start. So Janvi, no, Janvi didn't raise hand yet. Okay, Vrinda, do you want to go first?
Don't even have to say anything.
Shetty, do you want to go first?
No, we didn't. Chat.
We did it?
Yes, a lot of people did in chat box.
If you don't do any work,
I think it's like that.
I can barely hear you, Vrinda. Do you want to repeat?
Mata, can I go?
No, let Vrinda finish. Vrinda, I cannot hear you. Do you want to repeat what you're saying?
Mataji, can Shubhadra go?
Vrinda, you.
Mataji, can I go after Vrinda?
Vrinda, yeah, no, I can see you. Give us a second. Vrinda, you want to go or you want to talk later? Okay, we'll come back to you. All right, I'm picking up names from the chat box. Kids, I will come to you all actually. Shubhadra, go ahead.
Mataji, I want to go first or my sister? Okay, my sister. Mataji.
Shubhadra, Girdhari, you can go first. I'll come to rest of you too.
Can I say first? Never be a lazy person. Never stop working. And whatever Krishna gives you, everyone should work. Should work. And be determined. And be determined for their work.
Yep, good point. Very nice, Shubhadra.
Money and getting food.
And money and getting food. Yeah, so work hard for that, right?
Yes, Mataji. And the moral of the story is Krishna often puts a person in an extremely difficult situation in life to wake him up from the deep slumber of material consciousness.
Oh my God. Shubhadra, I thought I could read that. Come on. All right, good job. All right, let's get it to Shita. Do you want to go now?
Oh, sorry, Mataji. Can I go first? Sorry, Mataji.
Don't be lazy.
Don't be lazy. Right, don't be lazy. That's the point. Don't be lazy. Right. Balavrinda, go ahead.
You should, if you don't work, then Krishna will not get anything to you. You should work. All the people in world work. There's no people who don't stop working. So if we see other people working, we should work. We should not stop working. If we work, then we will get food. If we want food, then we should work.
Absolutely. Yeah, the bottom line is we have heard so many times, right? Hard work pays. You put in hard work, you get it. I mean, of course, we're not thinking of the results, but yeah, absolutely.
Mataji, can do this.
Mataji, this is Vrinda.
Vrinda, go ahead.
That's why the sound came.
Yeah, Vrinda, go ahead. I can hear you now.
If you are lazy, then you won't get food.
If you're lazy, you won't get food, right? Work hard. That's the point. Very nice, Vrinda. Good job. Bhuvi, you want to go now?
I learned that you should never be lazy and you should always respect your work, even whatever it is.
Exactly.
Never sleep all time.
Yeah, respect your work and work hard. Very nice.
Mataji, can I go? This is Janvi.
I'll come to everybody. Janvi, go ahead.
You should not be in deep slumber. Do not have material consciousness. You should always be active and do your work and get food from people.
Absolutely, yeah. Good points. You all have good points today. Very nice. Shubhadra, go ahead.
Mataji, can I go?
I'll come to everybody. Kids, I'm not going to miss anybody. Trust me. Okay?
Yeah,
Shubhadra, go ahead.
You should not be lazy and you should work. If you don't work, if you just beg, then people will give you. If you beg again, the same people will not give you. And when the person works, then he gets
Yeah, very valid point. Good job. One sec. So let's see. Prithu, do you want to go now? I'll just announce everybody's name. Don't worry, kids. Prithu, go ahead.
Don't be lazy and still work.
Yep, that's the bottom line. Very good. Good job. Palvit, you want to go now?
Don't be lazy.
Don't be lazy. That's right. Well done. All right, Deepak.
You should not be lazy.
Right.
Krishna often puts a person in extremely difficult situation in life to achieve the goal of life. Hare Krishna, Mataji, Kaushik, can I go
Kaushik. Deepak, let Kaushiki speak. Kaushiki, go ahead.
Don't be lazy. If you want money, you work hard. Then only you'll get money.
Right. Absolutely. Good point. All right. Anybody else has left? Raghav. Raghav, go ahead. Go ahead, Raghav. Am I missing anybody? Everybody spoken or anybody else wants to say anything at this point?
I can say something, Mataji. I didn't say.
Go ahead.
I was saying that in Bhagavad Gita, don't be lazy. Do your work. Do your what's that? Do your duty. Do your work. Like Arjuna didn't do it. So Krishna have to explain the whole Bhagavad Gita about the knowledge. To get that knowledge, Arjuna needs to listen. So he in order to get that knowledge, he needs to listen to Krishna.
That's very nice. And good thing is you brought up Krishna, or Arjuna and Krishna in there. Arjuna didn't do it because there was a reason, right? We all know that. Why? Because we all had to hear Bhagavad Gita. That is why all that discussion happened. But good point. Good you brought that up. All right. Anybody else? Raghav, did you want to speak anything? I thought you were raising hand. Yeah, right. Krishna will put you to test. That is right. Anybody else who has not said anything yet? Anyways, all right, kids. So yeah, thank you for sharing all your realizations. Those were
Krishna Mataji, can my friend Prachi go?
Prachi, yes, we have to do it real quick because we are running out of time. Yes, Prachi, go ahead.
Mataji, Prachi doesn't want to do.
It's all right. All right, kids. So you had very good realizations. The bottom line is hard work pays. So you really have to work hard for anything that you want to achieve in life, even if it's a material thing or even if it's a spiritual life. You really have to work hard. And there's a very beautiful moral in this story, which a couple of you have already read, but let me read it out for you one more time. Krishna often puts a person in extremely difficult situation in life to wake him up from the deep slumber of material consciousness. So that tells us that even if we have sometimes problems in our life, let us have faith in Krishna, because Krishna puts us in that kind of situation because he wants to test us out how we can come out of that situation and still always have faith in him. So that is the bottom line. Kids, you did so well. With that, let's move on to the shloka time, and I'm going to request Sanjana Gopika Mataji to help us learn this shloka. Hare Krishna Mataji, over to you.
Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Vrinda.
Hare Krishna Vrinda.
Hare Krishna Mataji, it's Kaushi.
Hari Bol everyone. We are learning this Brahma Samhita sloka. Yes, we are doing the revision. You know, we all are doing the revision. We already finished. Yeah, you can repeat after me, okay? Ananda Chinmaya. Rasat Mataya Mahanasu. Ananda Chinmaya Rasat Mataya Manasu. Ya Praninam Pratifalan.
Wanted
Ya Praninam Pratifalan. Ismaratamupetya. Ya Praninam Pratifalan. Ismaratamupetya. Lilahitena bhuvanani. Vedayatyajasram. Govindamadi purusam tamaham bhajami. Okay, one more time. Okay, everybody have to repeat. Okay. Ananda Chinmaya Rasat Mataya Manasu. Ananda Chinmaya Rasat Mataya Manasu. Ya Praninam Pratifalan. Ismaratamupetya. Lilahitena bhuvanani. Jayatyajasram. Govindamadi purusam tamaham bhajami. Thank you so much, kids. Mataji will teach you now. You know, Devnagari, you can repeat this sloka on Sunday. You can practice at home. Tomorrow we have a presentation class and then we can do the revision. Okay? Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji. All right, kids, let's get ready to learn Devnagari. Get your pen and papers.
I have it, Mataji.
Awesome, kids. So let's do it real quick. A quick revision of what we have done so far. Who's going to go first?
Mataji, can I? This is Janavi.
Can Balvinda go?
Janvi, go with
Mataji, go.
Kids, you can raise your hands now. Janvi, go with
Raise my hands.
Okay, that's okay.
Janvi, ka.
Ka, ki, ku, kru, ki, kai, ko, kam, kaha.
Awesome. Balavranda, ka.
Ka, ki, ku, kai, kam, kaha.
All right. Tushita, want to go with ga?
Go, gi, ku, gre,
Gri, gai,
gay,
go, gum, gaha.
go, ganga.
Awesome. Palvit, you want to go with ga?
Yes, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
Ga,
Ga,
ki,
ki,
gi, gu,
ku,
gr,
gr,
ge,
ge,
gai,
gay,
go,
go,
gau,
go,
gum,
gum,
gaha.
ha.
Awesome, Palvit. That was great. All right, coming to you, Shubhadra. Bhuvi, you want to go with the cha?
I want to go with the G. The ga.
Oh, but we have already done that. So now we are at cha. Cha is very easy. Do with me?
Okay.
Let's do it together, okay?
But can I do the English?
Yeah, do it English. Read English. I mean, it's all right.
Okay. Cha, cha, chi, chi, chu, 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 che, cha, cho, chow, chum, cha.
That's awesome, Bhuvi. See, you could do it. You could do any letter. All right, Shubhadra, you want to go with cha?
It's not a G. Cha, cha, chi, chu, cho, chu, cha, ru.
I'm sorry.
Chi, chai, cho, cha, chu, cham, chaha.
Awesome. Well done, Shubhadra. Anybody wants to go with ja?
Hare Krishna Mataji, it's Deepak. Can I go with Ja?
Ja, Deepak, yes, go ahead.
Ja, ja, ji, ju. Oh, ja, ji, ju, ju, ji, jo, jam, jaha. Hare Krishna Mataji, it's Deepak. Can my sister go?
Yeah, your sister can go with ja.
Kush, ja, here. Ja, ji, ju, true, jay, ju, jum, jaha. Thank you, Mataji.
Good job, Deepak. Thanks for helping your sister. Good job. You did so well. So we are still doing letter ja, and we are actually finishing letter ja today. So let us learn the last 4 letters of ja. All right. So ja with o matra is jo, and in English you can write that as jho. One of the word you can make with that is jhopadi. Jhopadi is nothing but the hut. All right. So next letter for today is ja with o matra is jo, and in English you can write that as jhau. And I just couldn't think of any word with that. If you know it, let me know. All right. Next one is ja with ang matra is jang, and in English you can write that as jham. And one of the word I could think of is janjat. Well, it's a very, very broad word, and you can use it at a lot of places. Like a lot of people say, oh, don't want to get into politics. It's janjat, right? And for example, in this particular picture, this guy is so troubled with the mosquitoes, so janjat, right? Because of mosquitoes. This is a very broad word and can be used in multiple places. But that's your third letter for today. The last letter for today is Jah with aha matra is Jah. And in English, you can write that as JHAH. Well, I couldn't find any word with that either. Well, that's a complicated letter. So, all right, only 4 letters for today. And let's quickly go to the whiteboard, write these letters and finish off. I'm going to start sharing my screen one more time. I think I'm not sharing everything, but I'll share. All right, kids. So sharing the whiteboard. 4 letters for today. Jo, Jao, Jang, Jah. So let's start writing the letters. Everything starts with the horizontal and vertical line, as we know that. Anybody knows what this letter is? I think I ask this every single time, yeah?
Joe.
This letter, this particular letter. What is this letter? If I wouldn't have had this line and if I would have had just this, what is this letter?
Ja.
Yeah.
It's similar to her, but it's not her.
E.
Yes, got it. It's E. All right, so E letter, simple, right? E letter. Make a vertical line just like that and join the vertical line with this. That makes your letter J. All right. So we're making Jo, okay. Another vertical line we need here to make the letter Jo. So here you go, Jo. The second one is again, write the letter E. We have learned it in the past. It's pretty easy. Another vertical line. All right. And sorry, another vertical line. And we make 2 lines on top, which makes it Jo. Third letter for today. Again, E letter here. All right. Let's make it J.
Mama, nana.
Third letter is Jang. So aha matra, right on the top. Okay, a dot on the top is Jang. Okay, today is Jah, Jah with aha matra. So we're gonna make a letter Jah first here and 2 dots right here. That makes your letter Jo, Jao, Jang, and Jah. All right. So right, and I am also ready for you.
Can you go to the PPT?
Can you stay at the whiteboard?
Mataji, I need PPT.
All right, I'm gonna jump into both. So whatever you see on your screen, right from there. So right now it's the PPT. See from the PPT, and I'll jump to whiteboard in a minute or so.
Oh.
Kids, the letters are exactly same on the whiteboard and the PPT. The letters are what I'm showing. This is how we are writing on the whiteboard also, right?
Yeah, I can't see it properly.
What can you not see?
The words. Me too,
But I
Mataji.
need PPT, Mataji. I'm working on the words.
Like Jo, Jum, Jaha. I can't see that nicely.
Whiteboard for you.
But
Okay,
Mataji,
Mataji,
I
so
need
perfect.
because I'm
Thank you,
writing the words.
Mataji.
Come back. Vrinda, I'll come back to PPT. Meanwhile, write all these letters.
I already write them.
Oh gosh. So when I was talking, you were writing. You were not listening to me, Vrinda?
I was writing and I was listening.
Multitask, Vrinda. Okay. Yeah, I'll come to PPT. Give us a second.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Deepak, can I show my mantras?
I'm already done.
Yes.
Vrinda,
Here's my mantras.
wait, hold on.
Laxmi Mataji, can you go to the whiteboard? I want to show you whiteboard. Krishna Mataji, it's Deepak. Can Prachi show her mantras? For the first time, she did good. Here, Mataji.
1 second.
Yes, Mama.
Okay.
Here's her mantras.
Give me 1 second. I cannot see your screen properly. 1 second.
I think we should trace it with marker. Mataji, my Prachi thinks we should trace it with marker. So when Prachi is done, I can tell you. Okay, Mataji?
Mataji, can you go to the PPT?
I'm at the PPT right now. I'm at the PPT right now. Okay. Deepak, yeah, you can show now. I can see the screen.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Kaushi, can you go to the whiteboard?
Okay,
Can you go to the whiteboard, Mataji? Good. Can you go to the whiteboard? Mataji, I need PPT.
coming back, Vrinda.
You did a good job.
Yes.
You need it.
Whoever wants to show, I'm ready for you.
Mataji, I need the PPT. Mataji, can you go to the PPT? Can you trace it for me? It's too hard.
Oh, don't panic. We still have 5 more minutes. You have
Can you go to the whiteboard? Can you go to the whiteboard, Mataji? Hare Krishna, whiteboard, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji. It's Kaushik. The PPT one is too small for me to see.
Okay. Vrinda, 1 second, huh? I think you know what I can do. I mean, next time onwards, I'll make PPT also very big letters, so that's easy to see. Okay.
What is it? PPT? Mataji, can Subhadra show?
Yes, Subhadra.
Okay, but I will watch. It's a meeting that is the American flag. Can you go to the whiteboard? I can't see it properly.
I don't know why I can't increase this.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. It's Deepak and Prachi here. Now it's bold. She used a crayon. Is it a little more comfortable for you to see, Mataji?
Okay, I can see everything, but last 2 letters needs to be reformed a little bit. You know, I cannot say that those are J, so yeah, work on those letters. Work on the shape of J letter, right? E.
Mataji, can you go to the whiteboard, Mataji?
Okay, yeah, Shubhadra, 1 sec. Yeah, okay, Shubhadra. Bring it closer, Shubhadra. I don't know, somehow my screen is so small so that I can see properly. Oh, wow. Look at that. Very beautiful, Shubhadra. You've written in English as well. Perfect. Good job.
Mataji, can you go to the PPT? Mataji, can you go to the show? Can you go to the PPT?
That's so fun, Vrinda. You bring it closer, Balavinda. Okay. Right, beautiful letters. Good job. You've written details also. Oh, wow. You write words also. Love that. Good job.
Thank you, Mataji. I'll send it in the group.
Anybody wants to stay on PPT or whiteboard? No, no.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. It's Kaushik. Can you go to the whiteboard?
All right, whiteboard right here.
Can you
Anybody
go
else
to
is ready?
PPT?
He wants to see PPT?
Can you go to PPT?
Yeah. Give me 1 sec.
I can do Indian one.
A minute or so.
Can you go to the PPT? Can you go to the PPT? Hare Krishna, Mataji. Can I write it again? Hare Krishna, Mataji. It's Kaushik. Can I show?
Yeah, Kaushik, I'm ready for you.
No, but when you're done writing, before you're done writing, it will be end of the class. So after this, we have to say Vaishnava Pranam Mantra.
Okay.
So,
yeah, so that's good try, Kaushiki. You have to work on your letters. The shapes are not coming perfect. Okay, so a little bit practice, you will get there. Okay, but good effort.
Okay, Mataji.
Okay, you know the letters. Just practice a little bit.
Okay,
It's a little twisted letter, not very straightforward, so it's all right.
Okay, Mataji.
So you want to?
Mataji, look at mine.
Yeah, I'm okay. Just bring it closer to me.
Mataji, I'm done.
Okay, now good, Priju. Good job.
I'm done.
Well done. Who's done?
Janvi.
Janvi, sure. Ready. I'm ready for you.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. It's Deepak after Janvi.
Doing the spotlight now. Okay, so that's easy to see.
Mataji,
I have to bring it closer. I really cannot see anything. I don't know why my screen. Phil can't see Janvi. Bring it closer. All right, yeah, you're good. Okay, lovely. Good letters. Beautiful writing. Good job. Yeah, Bhuvi, you want to go now?
can I show?
Yeah, you can show. I'm ready for you. You just have to bring it closer because, oh, wow. Beautiful, Bhuvi. Good job. Lovely. I like how neat those letters are. Well done. Good job. Anybody else wants to show? Tushita is still writing? Tushita is ready. Okay. Bring it a little more closer. Tushita, bring it up. Up and close. Yeah, okay. Up. Okay. Oh, wow. Very neat, Tushita. Well done. So proud of you. Good job. Those are beautiful letters.
Thank you.
Very good. Very nice. Anybody else is ready? It's okay if you're not. You just take your time. You know the letters. Write it when you have time and post it in the WhatsApp group. We can take a look at that later, okay? With that, kids, we have come to the end of today's class. And we're going to wrap up with Vaishnav Pranam Mantra. It's on your screen as well. And we're going to do that together. Anant Koti Vaishnav Vrand ki jai. Hare Krishna. Kids, see you in the next class. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Bye.
Bye, Krishna. Hare. Bye. Bye, kids. Hare Krishna. See you in the next class.
Bye, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Janvi, can you end the call, please? Janvi? Janvi from Nepali, end the call. Janvi? Hare Krishna.
I think for Govinda class.
Okay, this is Damodar, right? It should be ended. Okay, I will be ending Damodar.
I joined in for Govinda class, not Damodar.
Okay, we will end this call. Just give me a couple of minutes. Okay? Janvi.
Janvi's changing my name.
Oh, it's getting late. 1 second. I'm not able to.
Why doesn't everyone just leave instead?
Okay, wait. 1 second. Give me a second.
Okay.
I don't know what's exactly problem. Okay.
Maybe someone else was host.
Yes.